Not on the air. They haven't said anything to me. And a nice look there, just couldn't get the completion. So now on defense, Lake City sets up their first defensive drive. It is first and 10, 9:25 on the game clock. Pine River set up in their shotgun formation, trips to the left. They're looking to pass right away to the left, deep side, double coverage. Not going to get to the receiver. It looks like Tristan Silvers was in on the defensive stop there, but pass a little over the intended receiver. Going to be solo on this game tonight. Brendan Morris here, giving you all your live action of Lake City Trojan football from News Talk 1061 and 1240 WATT, as well as online at theticketnorthernmichigan.com. Hello? contest, but so is Pine River. So winner here will get to improve the record to 2-2. And hey, look at this. So Pine River, they're kicking a field goal. This is going to be a 29-yard attempt here. Call it a 35, I should say. That's a long one. It's up, and the kick is no good. It's wide left. So Pine River attempted a kick, and that was an impressive field goal attempt on a 4th down, but it is no good. I'll give you number 13, Mason Google, a senior for Pine River, was the kicker who put that one up. He put some leg on it. That was a good attempt, at least by Pine River, but it is still 0 apiece. Nothing on the board with 7:41 left in this first quarter as Lake City back out for their second offensive possession after getting a good defensive stop. Coach Cortman in week 4 now of his first year as the head coach of Lake City, calling the offensive plays with a sophomore quarterback now under center. Eli Shikeli actually in the shotgun right now with Sean Fox behind him. Got a man in motion. Pass to the left. Shikeli's going to load up. Down the field, man open down the middle, but incomplete. A little bit too far out in front of the intended receiver, which was number 45 for Lake City. And I'm assuming that actually might be one of the JV players. That's Brigham Blair. Yeah, he's one of the sophomore players that's now been promoted to varsity. Brigham Blair is the intended receiver there. So that'll be a 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball is still at the 29-yard line. Lake City moving left to right across the dial. I appreciate you joining us tonight. Week 4 of the high school football season. A beautiful evening here in Lake City. Back at home after a 2-week road trip. And now Jeremiah King has it on the end around. Jeremiah King passes the 30-yard line up to the 25-yard line. Excuse me, 35-yard line. Got to get that right, 35-yard line. And we're not even connected. So, just short of that 35, ball is going to be spotted at the 34, we'll call it. It'll be 7:24 on the clock, 3rd down. Pine River Bucks in the all-white, green lettering and white and green helmets. They got the buck antler helmets. That's pretty sweet. Lake City Trojans here moving left to right across the dial. They're in shotgun formation, motion, but it's going to be a quarterback keeper up the gut. Shikeli, he's going to gain at least 3 of that. That's a good 3rd down carry to pick up a couple, make this a 4th and manageable. 4th down and short. As clock is still ticking. Under 7 minutes to go now in this first quarter. Ball located at the 38-yard line.
They're just flexed way out, so midline might be okay.
Alrighty, 4th down. Lake City at the 38-yard line. Pitching it left side. Sean Fox finding an edge. He'll have a 1st down and more. Sean Fox eventually knocked out of bounds short of the 50-yard line. But that is a Fox Motors 1st down. As the Trojans get their first down of the game, they move the chains. And that'll put them at about the 49-yard line of their own field position and looking to get into Buck territory. 6:21 on the clock. First quarter. 0-0 is the score. I want to let you know that News Talk WATT is your home for the best News Talk lineup in Lake City and in Cadillac. Wake up with Gordon Deal at 5, followed by Patrick Shields, live from Lansing 6 to 9, and Glenn Beck 9 to noon. Even Clay and Buck noon to 3, and that's much more on WATT. So Lake City snaps it now. Quarterback keeper. He was looking to pass. Shikeli's not going to keep it. Crossing the 50 before getting hit. 2 Pine River defenders laid a hit on Eli Shikeli, but he took it. So Eli Shikeli rolled out to the right looking to pass, but just made their wise decision to go ahead and keep it for a small gain, at least if it's not a negative gain there. So that'll set up a 2nd down and long. 5:28 left in this first quarter.
Yeah. They look like in great shape. Yeah.
Lake City snaps it. And that's an end around. Oh, tackled for a loss. Pine River's defense gets in there. They put up a big stop. And that'll bring up now a 3rd down and long after that loss on the play from the 48. Moves us back to about, that moves us to the 48 as we were at the Pine River 49. Moves us back to our own Lake City 48. Under 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Still 0-0 on the score, but Lake City now moving it down the field slowly but surely. 3rd down and 11. Eli Kelly breaking the huddle. And he'll be in the shotgun formation. Receiver split. Sean Fox, the running back, right behind Kelly. Sean Fox gonna block as Kelly's looking to pass. And he's got to throw it away, and he gets a completion! What a big completion as Kelly was facing pressure. Got the completion to 45. That's Brigham Blair. The sophomore connection. These two, well, they probably have class together, and they just went to class there. First down. That's a Fox Motors first down. What a play there. Brigham Blair stayed in the middle of the field while Elisha Kelly was rolling out, almost running for his life. 3 Buck defenders right next to him, and he throws it right down the middle of the field, and he finds his man for a completion. First down on the 40-yard line. We're in Pine River territory. Shotgun formation for Lake City. We've got a man in motion, and it's a handoff up the gut to Sean Fox. Fox, the workhorse, going to get about 2 yards on the carry. And we'll see how well this line holds up this week. I will say last week, certainly a couple plays to take note of. And I will say we were not afraid to throw the ball last week as well, but that was a tough loss with Everett putting up about 49 points on their defense. So that's something our defense will certainly need to tighten up a bit. I know the running game and the attack there that Everett had last week is obviously a different formula we're going to face this week. But offensively, hopefully you're going to take some notes on some of the plays we had that could have been positive last week, like that touchdown pass that was dropped in the end zone, and maybe have a couple good plays go our way this week. And well, earlier this drive we had one big completion go our way, so we'll see if we have more. Incomplete pass as Lake City just set up to pass a quick one outside. That one's not going to be complete. So now it's going to set up a 3rd down. 8 yards to go. Ball is at the 28-yard line. 3 minutes left in this first quarter as Lake City is moving left to right. Ball at the 38-yard line. And shotgun formation for Lake City. Gonna hand it off. Gonna do a little reverse. So Jeremiah King has it going right side. He's cutting up. Makes a defender miss down the right side and out of bounds. Jeremiah King, the senior, all the way to the 15-yard line. What a play on the reverse. So it went to Cameron Miller initially. He was in motion. And then Cameron Miller pitches it to Jeremiah King, who goes back the other way for a big carry. That's a Fox Motors first down. Lake City set up 1st and 10 now. Ball at the 15-yard line. 2:42 left in this first quarter. Ball is at the 15. It's snapped now. Sean Fox has it. Makes one defender miss. Left side. Breaking through a tackle, and Sean Fox, after 2 broken tackles, gets past the 5 all the way up to the 3rd-yard line. And that is now a 1st and goal. Fox Motors first down there. Brought to you by a carry from Sean Fox. Fox on the carry with a Fox Motors first down. I think we did that purposely. I'm going to say we did. 2:30 left in this first quarter. Lake City now knocking on the door, looking to put up the first points. And did I mention, not sure if I mentioned at the top of this broadcast, it's homecoming. A little extra on the plate for tonight. 2:20 and counting. Lake City in the shotgun formation. Hand off up the gut. Sean Fox met by some defenders. He's tried to push forward. Almost looked like a snowplow there. That was at least 3 or 4 Pine River Bucks on the tackle. Still some solid push by the Lake City linemen. So now ball at the 2-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go. Shkelly gets the call from the sideline from Coach Cortman. And now we're getting closer to that end zone. Just 2 yards to get into it with 1:41 and counting. Here in the first quarter. It is 0-0 if you're just joining us. Lake City snaps it, running right side, and across the end zone, touchdown, Lake City. And that is a 2-yard carry by the senior running back, Sean Fox. Sean Fox gets his touchdown after a couple other carries on that drive. And he's in the end zone to get our first points on the night. 6-0. Your Trojans lead here with 1:25 remaining in the first quarter. All right, so now Lake City going to go for a 2-point conversion. Eli Shkelly going to do a quarterback keeper, finds the edge, right side, gets into the goal. Into the end zone. That's a touchdown, or excuse me, a 2-point conversion from Eli Shkelly. So, that makes it 8-0. Lake City with the lead early on. Alrighty, so after that long drive took off about 5 minutes off the clock, Lake City leaves 1:25 on the clock here in the first quarter. And Lake City goes down and scores. First one to draw blood in this week 4 matchup. Once again, 8-0, and now we get ready for a classic Chevrolet kickoff. That kickoff going to be underway by number 11, Tristan Silvers. So now 1:25 left in this first quarter. Pine River is going to be back on offense for their second possession, and we'll see what your Trojans can do on defense. Tristan Silvers kicking it off left to right, and the kick is away. It'll be fielded at about the 15-yard line. Pine River takes it up right side, the far side. Oh, they have some room. They make a man miss. Pine River still up on his feet, but finally wrangled in. I saw Jeremiah King in 57 for Lake City, which is Tyler Davis. They were both in on the stop. So that'll set up Pine River for their offensive possession. Ball at the, I think they're saying 39-yard line. And so the quarterback for Pine River setting up another offensive possession, and he's also the kicker. So number 13 is the quarterback and the kicker. That's Mason Gugel, the senior. He must just kind of be the guy who can do it all. An athlete of many types. He tried a 39-year-old or 35-yard kick earlier. Missed it to the left, but he still got a boot on him. And he's the quarterback as well, doing an option play to set up this first offensive play. Gains a yard, and that'll actually be 2 yards, because that's going to set up a second down and 8 to go. Under a minute now left in this first quarter. Pine River, their second offensive possession. And Pine River Bucks, they're 1-2 coming into this contest. They actually beat Houghton Lake last week for their first win of the season. Houghton Lake, very good team in the Highland Conference. They'll be battling as well. Everett, McBain, Beale City, all teams you're going to be hearing this year. And a snap from Pine River. They do a little motion end around, and that gets to the left side for a couple. A gain of at least 5 on the play. And that carry was by number 5 for Pine River, Jericho Holmes. And Jericho Holmes, another senior, a pretty old team. We got a lot of seniors and some juniors on this Pine River squad. Not any sophomores, though. That's the difference between this Lake City squad. Lake City's, I would say, still relatively young. Obviously, a ton of seniors on this squad, but you got 3 sophomores, almost 4 sophomores on this Lake City team that are starting, including Kelly and Brigham Blair. That's 2 sophomores on a starting varsity team. I'd say that's kind of a young team. When you look at most starting varsity teams, are all seniors and juniors. But we have our first timeout called. And that timeout, I believe, called on Pine River. We'll see. Don't see them changing the board yet. Actually, no, that'll just be the end of the first quarter. I don't know if there was a timeout called. So that is the end of the first quarter, with Lake City leading 1 quarter. It's 8-0 as we prepare for the second quarter action. Homecoming here in Lake City. Trojans lead 8-0 over the Pine River Bucks. Highland Conference battle. The winning team moves to 2-2. The losing team will have to bounce back next week, fall to 1-3. And your Lake City Trojans looking to secure a big home win here in week 4 and on their homecoming, of course. So on defense right now, Lake City on the right side of the dial as they're on defense. And they're almost in the middle of the dial. We're at about the 47-yard line. That's where Pine River has their ball set up. They're moving to the right. Pine River has it in shotgun. And they're going to run the ball to the left with a quarterback keeper. And he busts up the hole quickly. Finds plenty of room. Gets a first down and more. Solid carry for Pine River's quarterback. He's clearly a do-it-all quarterback. He's taking a shot down the field with passing, running it there. He is a senior as well, so I'm sure he's had a lot of work with this Pine River team and his years in high school. Now trying to get a road victory in the Highland Conference. Never an easy task. 11:40 and counting. Ball is at the 42-yard line now here for Pine River. And they've got a man in motion. They're going to fake pitch. Pass. Intercepted. Almost intercepted. I hit the ground. Oh, wow. But the referee says we caught it. I don't know. Wow. They're going to say interception. Pine River turns it over. So the referee, it looked like he dropped it, but maybe just went in between his legs and he caught it with his legs. And that's what they're saying. The referee had the view of it. He's saying Lake City interception. What a play there as the quarterback threw it right to the defender. We capitalize. Lake City back on offense. 11:28 left in this second quarter. Big play there for Lake City's defense. So that'll set up a 1st and 10, ball at the 32-yard line for Lake City. So now, 11:28. Moving right to left across your dial, Lake City will have it. Setting up another offensive possession, but the ball is snapped high, and woof, that scared me even. Can't imagine what the quarterback, Kelly, was thinking. That ball snapped a little too high, but still through his hands. And he jumps on it, but that's a loss of a lot. 10 at least. Oh my goodness. That's a big loss on the play, so that'll set us back to a 2nd down and about 20. And 11 minutes and counting here as the clock is ticking in the second quarter. 8-0 is the score. Lake City's leading. Brendan Morris running the game for you, and thank you to Mason back at the studios, who I hope can hear me eventually. Brendan Morris giving you Lake City Trojan football on WATT as the Trojans, they have it. 2nd down, Kelly is wrapped up and sacked in the backfield. Another big loss. That's back-to-back 10-yard losses nearly. And not what you want to see. Going the wrong way. This is going to set up a great field possession for Pine River. So now if Lake City's going to need a miracle to get all of this yardage back on a 3rd down. Wow, they started at the 32-yard line, and now we're at the 12.
So true.
Back-to-back losses on the play. We go from the 32 all the way back now to the 12. Shotgun formation. Lake City trying to go back the positive way. And they're going to do an end around. And we get some yardage back. Not much. Probably about 5 yards back. As that'll be a carry by number 1 for Lake City. That's Cameron Miller. Cameron Miller, a positive carry, but still brings up now a 4th down, about 20 yards to go. Probably call that 7. Actually, no, 28 yards to go. Yeah, we'll call that more than that. 28 yards. We're going to punt it deep in our own territory. The punt almost blocked, just got it off. It's going to bounce at the 45, roll past the 50, and Lake City is going to down it at Pine River's 45. So Pine River sets up possession at their own 45. They'll move left to right across the radio dial, and they're actually going to set up their offensive possession kind of where they last had it before they threw their interception. So we'll kind of just scratch all that. And back on offense is the Bucks. Back on defense are your Trojans. And thank you for listening to Trojan Football all season long on WATT. And on our sister station, you can listen to Michigan Football, 93.7 FM, The Ticket, as the Michigan Wolverines. They're in Nebraska playing at 3:30 against the Cornhuskers tomorrow. And Pine River, they're in shotgun. They snap it left side. They look. Lake City wrangles them in after a gain of about 5. That Lake City tackle on that was by number 34, Logan Foltz for Lake City. He gets a tackle. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and about 6 to go. Okay. Another link. I can get you a link. Let's get a link here. Let's share this link. Alright. New link.
No safety. You see that? They brought the safety out. He should be gone.
Oh no. Pine River. here on air. I know that might be like one of those possessions that ended up in the end zone. And once again, I want to shout out everyone who had a hand in getting us back on air. Mason, the man himself, running the board at the studios in Cadillac. Thank you, Mason, chairman of the board. I want to thank our bosses as well for helping figure that out. Also, our engineer, Brian. Thank you to Marissa, everyone else who helped. Tom Cruise probably had something to do with it. Now Lake City offensive possession starts with a snap and carried by Sean Fox, who just bulldozed the man out of bounds. We are at the 35-yard line. That's going to move the chains for a Lake City first down. That's a Fox Motors first down. Moving the chains all the way to nearly the 50-yard line. No, it's going to be 46. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds a little earlier. So he stepped out of bounds, but at the 46, it'll be 1st and 10. Lake City now still on offense. They're leading 8-7 near the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. I appreciate you joining me. We'll hear from some of our sponsors shortly. And I'll let you know when we go to commercial here shortly. But right now, I'm bringing you Trojan football live in the booth. And we got Lake City in shotgun formation. Fox getting the pitch right. Fox is going to have some pressure, but he cuts up and breaks one tackle, avoids getting hit in the backfield, but maybe gains 1 yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. Lake City is moving right to left across your radio dial. If you're just joining us, Lake City is leading 8-7 with 4:19 left in the second quarter. Lake City in their black unis with the red helmets, and Pine River, the all white. They've got the antler helmets there. I kind of like the design. Pretty sweet. Either way, it's a Highland Conference matchup in week 4 of the high school football season. 2nd down and 8, ball at the 48-yard line. Lake City moving right to left. And Elisha Kelly's going to quarterback keep it. And near side, he runs out of bounds past the 50 to about the 48-yard line of Pine River territory. So a gain of 3 on that. That sets up a 3rd down and about 5 to go. I appreciate everyone joining us tonight. And homecoming night, I'm not too sure who won. I think they announced, oh yeah, that's right. I've done this before. They announce homecoming stuff at halftime. So that's when we'll know who won the float. I saw some of the floats. I do have to say, unfortunate that you can't be in Lake City with us tonight because the floats look pretty sweet. Someone even donated their old dented car to be used, and they had a deer inside the car, obviously a buck. So that's pretty creative. We got a snap. Adrian Chipto gets the end around. There's flags all over the field after that snap, and Lake City's going to have something called either on them. We'll see what it is, but Adrian Chipto had the end around carry. We'll see what the flag is. It was a 3rd down and 5. So this 3rd down and 5 will bring us back because they're pointing against Lake City. We'll see what the head call is. It's going to be a holding penalty against Lake City, and that moves us back to set up a much longer possession now. And that'll put us back to about the 41-yard line of Lake City. So we were just in Pine River territory, but that holding penalty going to bring us back. Now 3rd down and long. Elisha Kelly gets the call from Coach Cortman in his first year for Lake City. Coach Cortman 1-2 right now. Working on getting a home win. Working on getting their first home win because this is the first time we've been home since the season opener when we lost to Hart. And now we're back at home playing Pine River. And a snap. Pass to the right. Going deep down the field intended for Schichtel. It's caught! Adrian Schichtel has it. And he is down at the 20-yard line. But Adrian Schichtel, a big pass completion. What a play. That is a Fox Motors first down all the way deep in Pine River territory. What a pass and what a catch. That's over 40 yards on that completion. What a play. 3:36 left in this first half. Wow. And defense was there for Pine River, but Adrian Schichtel got right behind the defensive back. And now, 1st and 10. Sean Fox gets the carry up to about the 15-yard line. So Elisha Kelly has shown he can chuck it deep, and Coach Cortman, I feel like each week Coach Cortman's putting in a little bit more trust with what kind of passing plays he calls for his sophomore quarterback. So what a play there. Elisha Kelly is sophomore quarterback as well, so a lot to learn, and I would say a lot to learn, but already it's evident he has learned enough to lead this team on some scoring drives, and he's looking to do it again. 2nd down, 5 to go. Man in motion. Kelly passing left. He's looking. Now he's going to keep it himself. Rolling back the other way. He makes a man miss. He breaks a tackle, spins around, and finally taken down. But Elisha Kelly, he put butter on himself before the game because he just spun out of 2 tackles. And that's going to be a 4th down? Do they move the chains? That's a 1st down. A Fox Motors 1st down. We got a 1st and goal situation. 2:26 left in this second quarter. What a play by Kelly. And now, after that big 40-plus yard passing completion, Lake City knocking on the door for another touchdown. It's 8-7, by the way, if you're just joining us. Just over 2 minutes to go. Trying to write this down. 40-plus passing play by Kelly. We'll definitely have to discuss that later in the halftime report. And right now we got a reverse. Kelly, he's going a quarterback keeper, and he's getting into the end zone. Left side, Eli Kelly beats the defense, and that's a Lake City Trojan touchdown. 14-7. That improves the lead for Lake City. And now you can hear the Lake City marching band. If I can see if I can open up a window here. There we go. There's that Lake City marching band. Alrighty, so touchdown there for Lake City will improve the lead, and with a minute 50 before halftime, what a way to go into the halftime with some momentum. They'll need some of the momentum. We got the ball to begin this game. Lake City was on offense first, so that means when we get back from halftime, they'll be on defense. And 2-point conversion, no good. Out of the hands of Schichtel. Pass intended for Adrian Schichtel, and that'll fall through the hands. So now 14-7 is the score with a minute 50 left before the half. This is Trojan football. We're going to take a 30-second break. Give me one commercial here, and we'll be back with more Trojan football on News Talk WATT. But of course, your chairman of the board back at our Cadillac Studios, Mason, getting things started. So, want to thank you for having all the patience with me. I'll tell you what, I'm not a man of patience, but luckily, all of you have helped me out tonight. And we've got an extended halftime tonight, especially with homecoming as well. So we'll probably hear some extra commercials and whatnot, but. Still a minute 40 until then. You're going to hear my voice for a little bit longer as it's a 1st and 10. Ball's at the 48-yard line. Pine River has the ball. Shotgun formation with the man in motion. They're going to hand it. No, quarterback's going to keep it wrapped up. But he does gain a couple on that play, at least 5. And that quarterback keeps it again. So that'll bring up now a 3rd down. Excuse me, that's a 2nd down on the play. So a minute 20 left in this first half. We'll see if Pine River can put up some points before halftime as Lake City try to keep them out of the end zone. Pine River can't kick it though. We'll see if they attempt one. All right, shotgun formation. Pine River's looking to pass deep down the field, and they got it complete. Tristan Silvers had a man go right past him and gave up a big completion all the way down to the 15-yard line, maybe past the 10. Wow. And clock is going to stop at a minute before they can get the ball set, but Pine River gets a huge completion down the field. And that one right before halftime, now under a minute and counting. Lake City trying to put up a stand. Shotgun formation for Pine River. And they're going to hand it off up the gut. Keeper by 24 for Pine River. And that's going to be a carry of about 5 on the play.
Quick.
Alrighty. 35 seconds and counting. Shotgun formation, just about one or two more plays. This might be it. We'll see. And they're going to go outside. Pine River going to find an edge. And, oh, he gets into the end zone, but there's a flag. So there is a touchdown, but we'll see if it comes back. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what we have. As a holding penalty, it's coming back. No touchdown. No touchdown. Pine River did not score, as it's going to be a holding on them. That'll move them back. I'm not sure if they're going to add any more time. I think they're just going to keep it at 21 seconds there. I think that's typically how it goes. So that'll move Pine River back, and that is a sigh of relief for Lake City because they just gave up a touchdown there on the outside. Got to control that outside defense there. Contain, contain, contain. Probably one, maybe two plays left in this first half. It's 14-7. Lake City is leading, but Pine River is knocking on the door at the 8-yard line just before the half. And actually, it's not at the 8-yard line now because the holding penalty brought them back to the 15. And we're going to have a timeout called. So timeout by Pine River. 15 seconds left on the clock with a timeout. Give us a timeout as well. We got one commercial, and we'll be back with more Lake City Trojan football here on News Talk WATT. To Lake City Trojan football on News Talk WATT. I'm Brendan Morris with Trojan football. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Danielle's Canine Designs, pet grooming and boarding for cats and dogs. Snap by Pine River. They got a snap going to pass, and a pass interference call is going to be put up here as off the timeout. Pine River looks to go in the air. Alrighty. So we'll see how much yards we get back there. Unfortunately, we're going to have a pass interference, but referees are discussing. I mean, it is going to be against Lake City. So that'll move them up just outside the 5-yard line. Probably at about the 6-yard line is where Pine River will have it. So, 18 seconds. They did put some time on the clock during that timeout. It's 14-7 if you're just joining us. We're in Lake City. Pine River, 2nd and 6, just outside the goal line. Trying to score before halftime. They're going to hand it outside, and they're going to score a touchdown. Pine River, that's how they scored their last touchdown. Outside containment, not there for Lake City. That was number 5, Jericho Holmes, carried it to the left side, and that's exactly how they scored their last touchdown. So, right with 12 seconds left in the first half, Pine River, they fire back. It's now 14-13. Pine River's going to try and tie it before the half. And we will see. They've got their kicker, also their quarterback. Gugel, I believe, is the last name pronunciation. Either way, his kick is, whoa, that's a nice kick too. Right up the middle of the goal post, and That's going to be a 14 all game. 14 apiece is we'll have 12 seconds left. We'll keep it right here, and just want to prepare you all that we'll have an extended halftime with homecoming festivities. But I'll break in and out throughout the halftime to give you some updates. You know what? I'll even let you know who won the float. All those floats were looking pretty sweet as I came in this evening. All the floats for homecoming. I gotta wonder. Someone donated a truck that was damaged, clearly damaged, and then they put in a fake deer in the truck, in the front bumper, so it looks like a head-on deer collision with a buck. That was their choice for their homecoming float. Wise choice in Lake City. Trying to defeat the Bucks here at home, week 4 of the high school football season. I'm Brendan Morris, bringing you Lake City football tonight, as Pine River just scored to tie it up at 14 apiece here in the late stages of the first half. And now Classic Chevrolet kickoff is up, and it's to the 25, and Sean Fox is returning it. A big return by Fox. With time still on the clock, he returns it nearly to the 50-yard line. That means Lake City's going to have one more, maybe Hail Mary before the time expires. So we'll get one more play from Lake City. And if I need to remind you, earlier in the second quarter actually, Elisha Kelly had a 40-plus yard pass down the middle of the field. And Adrian Schichtel got a big completion there with that 40-yard pass completion. Also, earlier in the game, we had one to Brigham Blair. So Brigham Blair and Adrian Schichtel, that's 45 and 88. Two guys to look for, and they're both out on the field. Schichtel's out on the field looking for Brigham Blair. I think he's in a wing formation. Shotgun. Shikeli passing deep down the field, but it's short and almost intercepted. Eli Shikeli had a wide open Adrian Schichtel down the field, but he passed it short, and that will do it for the first half. After 2 quarters, it is 14-14, all tied up in Lake City. We will bring you some halftime stats, kind of break down what we saw this first half, and of course give you a second half in just a few minutes. But I appreciate you joining me on Lake City Football News Talk WATT. We'll be right back with more. Give us 1 minute. We'll be right back. It's News Talk WATT.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your marching Trojans. The marching band is led on the field by band director Adam Eisenreich, color guard instructor Chase Van Ostrom, color guard captain Sophie Boyer, drum tech Naomi Granados, and drum majors Morris Ty, Kaylee Samuel, and Sophie Boyer. It's time to shout out the joy of music to our Trojan family. The marching Trojans perform Say Hey I Love You, and will serenade the homecoming court with Hey Baby and Call Me Maybe. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lake City Homecoming 2025. The Lake City High School Student Council welcomes you to the Homecoming Halftime Ceremonies for 2025. The theme for Homecoming this year is Let's Rock Out with the Trojans. The floats were each based on an 80s band. Gotta love it. The 9th grade chose AC/DC for their float theme. 10th grade went with ZZ Top. Kiss was chosen by the juniors. And the seniors went with the crew, Motley Crue. Now for the results. In 4th place, the freshmen. 3rd place, the sophomores. And in 2nd place, the seniors. And the winner of the float competition is the juniors. Congratulations to the winning junior class. At this time, we would like to present the Homecoming Court for 2025. Representatives of the freshman class for this year's homecoming are Aubrey Scotchless and Landon Sloat. Aubrey is the daughter of Brett and Brittany Scotchless. Aubrey enjoys reading and playing volleyball. After high school, Aubrey plans on becoming a hospice nurse. Landon is the son of Adam and Bridget Sloat. Landon enjoys hanging out with friends and watching Michigan football. Go Blue. After high school, Landon plans on owning a construction management business. Aubrey Scotchless and Landon Sloat. Representing the sophomore class are Bella Wetzel and Bergen Blair. Bella is the daughter of Jason and Carrie Wetzel. Bella enjoys lifting weights and being with her boyfriend. After high school, Bella hopes to be successful, happy, and possibly play college volleyball. Brigham is the son of Robbie Blair and Kylie Getty. Brigham enjoys fishing and skiing. After high school, Brigham's plans are undecided, but hopes to continue his love of fishing. Bella Wetzel and Brigham Blair. Representing the junior class are Mason Baum and Everson Beck. Macy is the daughter of Brad and Karen Bauman. Macy enjoys hanging out with friends and going shopping. After high school, Macy plans on becoming an ultrasound tech. Everson is the son of Joe and Bailey Beck and Ryan and Kate Wright. Everson enjoys listening to good tunes with his dog Bert. After high school, Everson plans on joining the Air Force and pursue a career in pararescue. Macy Bauman and Everson Beck. And your 2025 Homecoming King and Queen candidates are first up, Addison Seeger. Addison is the daughter of Brad Seeger and Danielle Howlett. Addison enjoys hanging out with friends. After high school, Addison plans to attend Ferris State University to become an ultrasound tech. Jeremiah King. Jeremiah is the son of Ashley and Adam Henry. Jeremiah enjoys hanging out with friends and listening to music. After high school, Jeremiah plans on going to college and starting his own business. Addison Seeger and Jeremiah King. Our next Queen and King candidates are Brooklyn Drexler and Sean Fox. Brooklyn is the daughter of Gary Drexler and Amy Kraft. Brooklyn enjoys hanging out with friends and family. After high school, Brooklyn plans to become an ultrasound technician. Sean Fox is the son of Tony Fox and Tammy Wolverton. Sean enjoys fishing and skimboarding with friends at the beach. After high school, Sean plans to pursue a degree in forestry. Brooklyn Drexler and Sean Fox. Our next Queen and King candidates are Viviana Harmon and Adrian Shipko. Viviana is the daughter of Richard Harmon and Amanda Dearest. Viviana enjoys beating Adrian and Cam in spikeball and going to the beach. After high school, Viviana is planning to attend Ferris State University to pursue a degree in social work or education. Adrian is the son of Matthew Schichtel and Rebecca Listenfelds. Adrian enjoys weightlifting and hanging out with friends. After high school, Adrian plans to attend Ferris State University, pursuing a degree in HVAC. Viviana Harmon and Adrian Schichtel. Now I'd like to present the 2024 Homecoming Queen and King, Hannah Allen and Job Rogers. Hannah is currently working and saving up money, and Job is currently attending Saginaw Valley State University, Cardinal. Thank you for both helping out to further this tradition. Let's have another round of applause for our Queen and King candidates and our entire court for 2025. So I guess we got to do some announcing here next. Our homecoming king for 2025 is, rightfully so, Jeremiah King. And our homecoming queen for 2025, Viviana Harmon. Congratulations to our entire court and our King and Queen winners, Jeremiah King and Viviana Harmon. The homecoming festivities for 2025 will conclude with a semi-formal dance tomorrow night at the high school gymnasium from 8 to 11 p.m. The student body of Lake City High School would like to say thank you to everyone who contributed to the success of homecoming. Thank you to our student council members, the sheriff's department, the fire department, class advisors, parents, staff, and cheerleaders for all their work and support. Let's have another big round of applause for all of our court, our candidates, and our King and Queen, Jeremiah King and Viviana Harmon. That's homecoming 2025.
I'll say be the two top teams. Manton will be another team to battle this year, but those are next couple weeks competitions. We're worried about the 2 quarters we got going on right now. As Lake City kicking it away to start the second half, they will kick it from right to left. Lake City in the black unis with the red helmets. Pine River in all white with the buck helmets. And now Lake City, the whistle's off, and classic Chevrolet kickoff is up and away. And returned at the 15-yard line. Pine River moves left to right. They're returning it now as we start our second half. And tackle is made at the 30-yard line. 29-yard line will make it. So that's where we'll get started. Pine River will set up shop at the 29-yard line. One of the premier high school football games this week, especially a Highland Football Conference matchup. Gotta love conference standings in Northern Michigan each week. You never know who's going to get the victory, whether it's the Highland Conference or we got Big North Conference, Northern Michigan Football Conference, several premier football conferences in Northern Michigan. And I'd say the Highland Conference right up there is one of the top conferences in the state. Pine River, shotgun formation, 1st and 10. They're passing it. It's completed down the field all alone. He's going to go. First play from scrimmage. Touchdown completion. Pine River drew that up, and behind the Lake City defense, Pine River gets a massive pass completion. Wow. That's a lot. That's a 70-yard touchdown pass. Good. And quarterback, he passed it right down the field. There's not a whole lot to say. He just set up, lasered down the middle of the field, and he let his receiver beat the 2 defenders they had already beat. So unfortunately, Lake City got beat there. And very first play of the game, of the second half, I should say, is a touchdown from Pine River. They score it. Now the extra point is up and good. So that was a quick way to get things started, and unfortunately, not the way at all we wanted to get it started. 21-14, Pine River responds within 20 seconds. It's 19 seconds in total was that play, that possession. So, 21-14 now. We look to shake that off and bounce right back. Go right back down the field, and now it's time for Lake City to respond. As that was a turn of momentum for sure. Momentum swinging now in Pine River's favor. A reminder here, both of these teams are 1-2 in this contest, right next to each other in conference standings. Obviously, it's very early, so there's several 1-2 teams, but it's so early in the season that no one's really separated themselves yet. But this is the game to do it. This is where 2 teams separate themselves. One becomes 2-2, the other becomes 1-3. And I'll tell you, 1-3 and 2-2 feel a lot different in the records. Would much rather be 2-2 than 1-3, trying to dig yourself out of a hole. But now Lake City got to dig themselves out of a hole at the beginning of the second half. Let up that touchdown pass, and now Lake City's returning it. They're going to down it. Tristan Silvers will now get that at about before the 20-yard line. So now they're going to take over at the 19. There we go. That's where the ball is placed. Coach Cortman going to set up his offensive possession, see what we have here. As I'll tell you one thing, defensively, Lake City's going to have to come back out with some fire, because that first defensive play from scrimmage, not at all what they wanted to see, giving up a 70-plus yard passing touchdown from Pine River right down the middle of the field. Now Lake City going to have to work on getting down the field themselves. They're at their own 19-yard line. 11:40 left in this third quarter. 21-14. Lake City's moving right to left across your radio dial. Lake City in shotgun formation, handing it off. Sean Fox gets the carry, and just like that, they go to the workhorse himself. He gains about 4 or 5. And that's the man they've been going to all season long. He is leading the team in carries, and I know last week it was a tough loss to Everett, but he still had several good carries in that game. Yeah, I think he might have even kind of got banged up a little bit last week. I can't remember what athlete was a little hurt last week, but clearly the only one not dressed is Root. So I think whoever was hurt last week, they're fighting through that pain. All right, second down, 5 to go for Lake City. Man in motion. Snap. It's going to be a pitch to Fox on the outside. He's going to have to bounce it out, but oh no, he gets tackled for a loss. No, he's not going to lose any yards. He's going to gain yards. Sean Fox was hit in the backfield, breaks 3 tackles, and gets a gain of about 3 or 4 on that play. It's third down and short. So right when I think Sean Fox is tackled for a loss, he just shimmies and shakes, and he made a couple men miss. But now Sean Fox is shaken up on that play. So unfortunately, he's going to the sidelines a little banged up. And now it's going to be a third down, not even a yard to go, but a half of a yard. Eli Shikeli in shotgun. Now with another back behind him. And it's going to be handoff to number 2. And that's Root with it. Excuse me, no, that's Owen Vanderbrook, excuse me. Owen Vanderbrook, the sophomore. He gets a Fox Motors first down. The Trojans move the chains. So now under 10 minutes to go in this third quarter. Clock ticking. It's 21-14. Lake City is trailing at home to Pine River, who just scored in the very first play of the second half. And now Lake City, they do have the possession time. They're slowly taking this possession down the field. And a handoff. Short carry. Once again, I believe Vanderbrook was on it, number 2. That is Vanderbrook. So I got to say, a couple of sophomores on this team now that you're going to be hearing for the next, this year and the next 2 after. Obviously, Eli Shikeli there, Owen Vanderbrook. It's number 2. You'll be hearing his name, of course. And along with Shikeli, Brigham Blair. Blair, number 45. A name we've heard a couple times tonight, defensively and offensively. Offensively, Brigham Blair's the left end. You do see him split out occasionally when he's not blocking. And we got a handoff, but a flag as the running back Vanderbrook was brought down, and it might be that's a holding penalty. Lake City's going backwards after a positive carry by Vanderbrook. It's getting brought back. So that'll be a second down and probably ball at the 30-yard line now. We were at about the 40-yard line. So we will see exactly. Yeah, I think we were at about the 39. If not the 40, it'll bring us to about the 29. Call it the 30. So second down and long. That's going to set up big chunky yards to have to get back. Now about 17 to pick up on the second down play. Lake City breaks their huddle. They're moving right to left across your radio dial with 8:48 left in this third quarter. Lake City, snap. They're looking to pass right side. And they got a completion. Back to the original line of scrimmage and more. That's complete to number 34. Big play, Logan Foltz, the junior. He gets it. What a play there for Lake City's offense. A nice completion, and Sean Fox, he's coming back into the game. And for James and for Vanderbrook, Owen Vanderbrook, who I'm assuming is the brother, James Vanderbrook, number 22. One of the studs on the basketball team. But now on the football field this fall, we've got the younger Vanderbrook. He's one of the men we see in motion, number 1. He's been in the motion man a lot. They'll be going back to him eventually. But right now we got a third down, 6 to go. 8 minutes left in this third quarter. Shotgun formation. Shikeli has it. He's going to keep it himself. Left side, and oh no, that time Eli Shikeli is wrapped up from behind. cannot escape the defender. And wow, wrapped up a rip down. That was a hard hit. Number 40, Cohen Eli. He's a big body defender that brought down the quarterback, and that was a loss of at least 5 or 6. So now 4th down and 11. Unfortunately, it's going to push us back. We're going to have to punt. Yep, Lake City's now lined up to punt. And that drive stalls out at about the 40-yard line. So we're at the 37 now of our own field position, punting away. And to the left of your radio dial, we punt it to about the 30-yard line where it stops, and it's down at the 32 by Lake City. So Lake City downs it on the left side of your dial at the 32. And that's where Pine River is going to set up their offensive possession. And Pine River also is leading it right now, 21-14. So now this is where things get a little interesting. Lake City's momentum isn't quite there from the first half. Now they got to fight and make a stop here because they cannot afford to have Pine River go up by 2 scores midway through this third quarter. 7 minutes to go in this third quarter. Shotgun formation with some receivers split out for Pine River. They got a spread formation. And they're going to go left side. Quarterback keeper. He's going to cut upfield and make a man miss before finally being brought down, but he gains at least 5 to 7 yards on that carry. So very good chunk of yards. Very good chunk of yards there. Probably 2 or 3 yards alone, but 2nd down, 3 to go. All right, 6:29 to go in this third quarter. And shotgun snap, left side. Quarterback's going to pitch it, option pitch to the running back, and knocked out of bounds short of the first down. Unless he got it. We'll see. He was close. We'll see where they line him up. I think they're going to make a 2nd down. Oh, no. Sorry, pardon me. All right, here we go. Did not get the first down on that, but a little quarterback option there. Flicked it out to the running back who was finding a corner. That's Jericho Holmes. Jericho, I like that name. He's the back who has both of their running touchdowns, and he just got it there on the carry, but short of the first down. Now 3rd down and about 2.5 yards. Handoff. No, it's a pass. An option pass there. A little RPO look, and Pine River gets a huge completion from 140 across the other 40. Over 20 yards on that RPO from Pine River. And they're bringing some of the pro game into the high school level. Those RPOs are always tough to defend. It looks like an option handoff, but instead he pulls it from the running back and hits the slant right in the middle of the field. Lake City gives up a 20-yard pass and completion. Pine River, they remain on offense on a 1st down now. 5:45 and counting in this third quarter. Pine River's leading 21-14. Moving from the left to the right across your radio dial. It's a handoff up the gut for Pine River. Their big back carries it for a couple, and he has at least 5 yards on that play. So they've got a decent running back duo here in Pine River. 24, which is Logan Malcolmson, and number 5, Jericho Holmes. So both of those guys are seniors. Holmes and Malcolmson both getting a couple touches, but Holmes is the one with all the touchdowns so far. But Pine River doing a good job. They've spread it out, gotten a lot of players involved. Lake City just trying to stop the bleeding. They've let up a good possession here from Pine River, but that pass going to be incomplete. Went for a little bubble screen there from Pine River, and Lake City was on top of it that time. Big stop from from Lake City. So now 3rd down, about 6 to go. Ball's at the 32-yard line of Lake City territory. And trying to keep Pine River at the 32, because at least here they're not probably able to make a field goal. They were short, trying to make a 35-yarder earlier. But hey, once you let Pine River get closer, they're willing to take a shot. They're already leading 21-14 now. They've got it. And handoff, no, quarterback keeper left side, and he's wrapped up after really no gain on the play. And that's the thing too, is when you got a quarterback keeper and you're in shotgun, didn't gain anything on that, just got back to the line of scrimmage. It's really nice to see that Lake City defense not get pushed back initially. They kind of created a wall right there and made sure the quarterback wasn't getting anything past the line of scrimmage. So now it's 4th down. Can we get a 4th down stop here? 4th and 5. Ball at the 32. Shotgun formation for Pine River. They're moving to the right of your radio dial. Passing. Looking right. Quarterback. Got to make a completion. I think it's a flag on Pine River, though. There's a holding flag. Oh, yeah. It's coming back. That completion means nothing. So, kind of a sigh of relief, honestly, because that was a big chunk. I actually don't think they would have had the first down still on that completion. But either way, this is going to be a holding penalty. And I guess what I'm curious of, did they decline it? No, they're going to accept it and push him back even more. And it's going to remain 4th down. Here we go. I guess I wasn't too sure if they that pass completed for a first down or not. So Coach Cortman, what he's going to do, let's accept the penalty, push him back, make it an even longer 4th down completion. And let's play some defense here. Secondary has to key up big time. Watch for the pass. It looks like they're now kind of spread out a little bit more. Defense, got to stay home. Got a 4th down and long. Ball at the 41-yard line. Pine River looking to pass. Going left side. A prayer down the middle. It's intercepted. Tristan Silvers returning it for the interception. Far side, past the 50. He'll bring it back in out of bounds. What a play, not only on 4th down, but Tristan Silvers brings it back for a big chunk. And that's some momentum. Lake City feeling good again. And a big stop there. Lake City's loving that one. A defensive heads-up play there by Tristan Silvers. As he gets the interception there, and Lake City will set up shop. They're on offense now at the Pine River 48. And folks, if you're just joining us, we're in the 3rd quarter with 3:40 left in the 3rd quarter. Lake City's trailing 21-14, so that interception sets them up now for what could be the game-tying drive. Lake City, shotgun formation. Man in motion. It's a fake to the motion man. Shakelly's keeping it. Oh, he's not going to beat the defenders. They chased him down. Oh, boy. Heavy defensive hit as they chased Eli Shakelly down from the back. And really, if you were going to be the quarterback keeping that one, you want to cut upfield much sooner. Eli Shakelly going east to west instead of south to north there. You want to run up the field. And that time they lose a couple. But either way, Coach Cortman drawing up the play here as Cacelli is calling the offensive possession, breaking the huddle. It's a 2nd down. Shotgun formation for Cacelli. He's got Fox behind him. King is in motion. And they're going to look to pass. And Schichtel and also Vanderbrook both open, but incomplete pass. Excuse me, Cameron Miller, the intended receiver. That's number 1, Cameron Miller. Had it go through his hands. Adrian Schichtel was open as well, but couldn't get the reception. That's going to set up a 3rd down and long. And now in danger of another drive stalling here, as Lake City had the big interception from Tristan Silvers. And now it's a 3rd and long. 2:46 remaining in this 3rd quarter. Lake City football. Want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. your streaming sponsor, Lake City McBain Family Pharmacies, making this broadcast possible. And shotgun formation, Lake City passing it down the field. Incomplete. Pass was off, but it had a one-on-one coverage, and that could have been a big completion down the field, but unfortunately could not connect. And now that's going to set up a 4th down and long. And I think that's going to set up a punting situation as well. So with that punting situation, gives me another moment to just let you know about our sponsors tonight. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Danielle's Canine Designs, pet grooming and boarding for dogs and cats. Serving up style one groom at a time in the old Dog and Sons building, or stop them, but we'll see what the flag is. Probably holding back by the 40-yard line is where they threw the flag. Yep, that's going to be against Pine River. And this one's coming back. So another sigh of relief that we didn't just give up a big punt return for a touchdown. And we caught a break there. So now Lake City on defense here. And luckily, our last defensive play, our last defensive possession, ended up being an interception. We'll see if we can get similar results this drive, but Pine River starting almost the deepest they have all game. Pine River started most of their drives around the 40-yard line. This one is now starting back at the 25. So if that tells you anything about field position on tonight's contest, Pine River's had some pretty good field position all game long. And this one, probably the most they're going to have to drive to score. And that means Lake City has a little bit more cushion to let up. Let's hope if they can keep the defense in front of them. 2:21 remaining in this third quarter. Lake City on defense. Shotgun formation for Pine River. Man in motion to the right. He's going to get the handoff. No, quarterback keeper who slices the defense. Ooh, gets right past the Lake City secondary. Up past the first down marker. They're going to move the chains. Or no, maybe they say he's right at the line. We'll see if they move it. Referee's looking. It's either a first down. Yes, they're going to move the chains. That's a first down. So 10 yards right away on that carry by the quarterback.
They really have to stop that.
So 1st and 10. Ball is now at the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation for Pine River. 2 split to the left and right for receivers. Man in motion. Left side, that's where the handoff goes. Quarterback keeps it again, bounces it outside, and he's going to get at least 6 on the play. The quarterback bounces it out. And outside is where they're liking to go. And not just anywhere, but left side. The left side of that Lake City defense, or technically the right side of the Lake City defense, is the side giving up all the plays right now. So you got to get some more contain on that right side of the defense, as we got some players limping off now, including one of the lead defensive players for Lake City. That's 57. You don't want to see Tyler Davis, the senior, out of the ball game. We're going to need him back in there. He's got apparently a lower leg injury, so hopefully he can get checked out. But now into the ball game, 71, Samuel Warren, another senior, big body man on the line, trying to fight his way into the backfield. We're going to have a holding penalty in Pine River. They just broke 3 tackles and got way past the secondary. But there is a flag on the field. More holding. A lot of holding. I would say both these teams have held it a bit too much. Oh, that's going to be defensive holding. Even worse. Oh, no. That one's going on the Trojans. So, defensive holding. Yep, head referee's going to say it's on Lake City. So that means it is going forward. So not only did Pine River have a great gain on that, it's going to be assisted by that flag. So that flag is going to move Pine River up past the 40-yard line and maybe even well into Lake City territory. Lake City going to have to defend here now at like the 30-yard line. A minute 37 left in this third quarter. 21-14 is the score. Pine River's got a shotgun formation. Receivers split out. They got a man in motion. Quarterback's going to hand it off. No, pitch it to the right side. The pitch going to work, but Lake City, Sean Fox gets the tackle there. And Sean Fox doesn't allow too much on there. Second down. 8 to go. Under a minute to go now. So 21-14 is the score. 52 seconds and counting left in this third quarter as Lake City's on defense. They're defending the right side of your radio dial as Pine River's moving left to right. And now setting up their offensive possession. Pine River has it. Second down. Maybe the final possession of the third quarter. Man in motion. Pine River's going to hand it off up the gut. Hit nearly right away in a short gain as Lake City not going to let a whole lot go on what could be the final play. We'll see. Pine River's not rushing to the line of scrimmage. 12 seconds. 10. Yeah, looks like we're going to let this one run out. So, 3 quarters of play are in the books. That means 1 more quarter to go. It's 21-14. Lake City is trailing, but they've got a third down stop they're looking to make. They're on defense. When we come back to start the fourth quarter, Lake City will be on defense with Pine River at the 28-yard line trying to score, but Lake City trying to get a stop. We'll be back in 30 seconds on News Talk WATT. From your commercials, and now with the final quarter of Lake City football. It is 21-14. Lake City is trailing in this final quarter with 12 minutes left in the game. We will see what we can do here with these 12 minutes, but before we ended that quarter, Pine River started driving, and we've got a couple holding penalties on this drive. Pine River had a holding penalty, but then Lake City just helped Pine River out, gain a big chunk of yards by committing defensive holding. So now when it's all said and done, we start this fourth quarter. Ball at the 28-yard line. Pine River, third down and long. They're passing it left side, down, wide open. Caught, touchdown. They just gave up a massive touchdown pass. Lake City is now trailing by even more as right off the end of the quarter, we start the fourth quarter. Pine River gets a touchdown, a 28-yard passing touchdown. Good by their quarterback. And their quarterback has now completed 2 massive touchdowns to get the victory or get the lead in this second half. They're looking to roll away with this victory now at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Still plenty of time to play as Lake City is going to have some answers to fight back. And Now, that kick is up and good. The extra point counts. So it's 28-14. Pine River right off of the start of the fourth quarter. One play and in, just like at halftime. They started halftime with the first play going 70 yards into the end zone. And now they start the fourth quarter. One play, 28 yards into the end zone. Pine River now leads by 2 touchdowns. It's 11:53 still in this ball game. But that's it, 11:53. And Lake City could see themselves fall to 1-3 early in this season, which is not at all how you want to start Highland Conference play. So, the Trojans, they are going to have to open up the playbook, see what we can do, be aggressive, and we're going to have to get some quick points. Got to get 2 big touchdowns, and also our defense has to figure out a way to slow down Pine River. Really not a whole lot of options. Outside contain has not been an option, so Lake City is not containing it outside, but also defensive backs have given up a bit too much. Still 11:53 left in this game. Your Trojan is going to fight to the end. As Jeremiah King, he returns it at the 20. And he is ripped down. Ball is loose. Jeremiah King fumbled it. Got ripped down and the ball came out, but Lake City, they keep possession. Oh, wow, that was scary. Almost a turnover. We also have a flag back by the 40-yard line. So another yellow marker on the field. We've seen that a couple times tonight. Mainly holding. I think we've only seen holding penalties so far. And it's one of a holding penalty. Gonna go on the return team. That's Lake City it goes against. So that holding will back up Lake City deep in their territory. They already returned it back at the 15, and now that's going to be back even more to about, we'll say, the 6-yard line. Or no, are they going to the 10? A little bit more there, yeah. All right, yeah, it's going to go to about the 6-yard line. That's where they're set up. So Lake City will have 95 yards, 94 yards to go down the field, left to right, to try and put some points in the end zone. They got to go 95 yards left to right across your dial, and it begins with this first play. 1st and 10. Lake City actually still waiting now. Referees are still discussing. We might have another adjustment here. As Lake City was lined up ready to go, but then referees are now coming together again. Because I think the head coach for Pine River is saying he's not agreeing with the spot. There's just a discussion. I don't think Pine River's coach is arguing. I think he's just he's talking to the players, but didn't see exactly what the discussion could be about. Neither coaches are too worried about it. I actually like how respectful both teams are being, letting the ref talk about it. What's the discussion? I think we're good. Whatever it was, the referees. Okay, they changed their mind on where they spotted the ball. Yeah, so the holding penalty brings them back to the 11-yard line, not the 6-yard line. 1st and 10, that's where we start Lake City's possession. Shikeli passing down the field. Oh, had a good look. Wide open to Brigham Blair down the middle of the field. And it was short to his knees. Oh, just in front of him. If he catches that one, he's got one man to beat to the end zone. So that one, nail biter. 2nd down off of the incomplete pass. I do like the call, though, being aggressive with the pass down the field. Look, you don't have to just go right down the field, though. You can take Shiftel and Brigham Blair, bring them down the seams, but also give yourself a running back like Fox right in the flat. Give Shikeli a target to dump it off to real quick and get yards in open space. As right now we're in shotgun formation once again. King is far side. Lake City snapping it. And we're going to go inside up the gut. Sean Fox gets a 3 to 4 yard carry on that.
4 yards.
So now 2nd down and 10. And that's 2nd down and 10 set up at the 28-yard line. Hand off. Shkelly, no, he's going to keep it himself after he faked it to Fox. And oh no, Shkelly's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going backwards, not what you want to see. If you are Lake City, under 11 minutes to go now. Lake City's trailing by 2 touchdowns. Eli Shkelly now has a 3rd down along the face. Coach Cortman drawing up the play for Shkelly. And we'll see what the Trojans have in store for this 3rd down call. 3rd down, 7 to go. Ball is at the 26-yard line. So now Lake City breaks the huddle. Shotgun formation, man in motion. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, Shkelly right side. And defenders all over him. Trying to bounce it out to the right. But it was a 3-on-1. Shkelly had nowhere to go. No blockers either. That's kind of a where was that going play? Because no blockers giving outside containment. If you're going to run that quarterback keeper, you want to have a lead blocker. He had nobody. He had 3 defenders he was trying to break. And that's not a winning formula. And Coach Cortman, he's got some frustration, but hey, yeah, you just got to keep going. There's some adjustments Coach Cortman, I'm sure, is going to want to make. He's still calling some adjustments from the sideline as we're going to have a snap. It's going to be a little flicker. It's a fumble. Schichtel lost it. Loose ball picked up. And who jumped on it? It was a 4th down anyways. I think it was just a turnover. Oh, yeah, so they're going to call it. It was a shuffle forward pass. So either way, turnover on downs. That ball did not go the way they wanted it to. So Lake City failed to convert and turned it over back on defense. And not a good look because now under 10 minutes to go, they give it an excellent field position as Pine River is set up. Ball already at that 26-yard line. Wow. So now 1st and 10. Pine River is going to be moving right to left across your radio dial. And they're going to already have a great way to set up field position and field possession. And they're going to hopefully take some clock off for them. But Lake City trying to bounce back, and oh no, a big completion, a snap right down the middle. Pine River gets another completion, and really no answer from the Lake City secondary. They have been roasted. This secondary has been roasted. There's been one positive play by the secondary. That was the Tristan Silvers interception in the first half. Since then, I think they've given up over 100 yards passing in the second half. So well over 100 yards because they had one pass for 70, another one for nearly 30. That one goes for about 15, and it's 1st and goal. Pine River, shotgun formation, man in motion to the right. Quarterback going to hand it off up the middle. Their running back is at the 1-yard line, and Pine River's looking to score. They're about to go up 3 touchdowns now on Lake City on our own homecoming. So answers are starting to unravel for Lake City as what was a close 14-14 game at the half is turning out to be a different, as it's a game of adjustments. Always a game of adjustments, and clearly right now Pine River has made the better adjustments. So now 2nd and goal, Pine River shotgun formation back back to the right of the quarterback. He's going to get a handoff left side, right up the gut and in. That's a touchdown by number 24 for Pine River. That's Logan Malcolmson, the senior. He gets his second touchdown. That means both running backs have a pair of touchdowns for Pine River, and that's their another one in the end zone. So now they've got another unanswered score in this half. And 21 unanswered points. Well, call it 20. They just missed the extra point conversion. And it is 34 to 14. That is the score. Give us 30 seconds. We'll be back with more Northman football, or excuse me, we'll be back with more Trojan football on News Talk WATT. Back in 30 seconds. Hello, welcome back to News Talk WATT. We got Sweet Caroline blaring over the loudspeakers here in Lake City. Lake City football on News Talk 1061 1240 WATT. I'm Brendan Morris running solo tonight, and we've got 8 minutes left in this ball game, and unfortunately trailing by 20 points now is Lake City, as we just gave up a big touchdown from Pine River. They drove down the field, and now Lake City back on offense pending this kickoff. So this classic Chevrolet kickoff is up and returned. Lake City crosses the 40. They set up shop at about the 43-yard line. So this second half, completely different second half from the first half. Lake City did control that first half. I would say Lake City controlled the momentum for the most part in the first half, although it was tied up at halftime, 14 apiece. Both teams had their shots. It felt like Lake City had more of a response. But now, this second half has just been a complete 180. Pine River came out guns blazing. They scored on the very first possession, a 70-yard completion down the middle of the field. And while they haven't looked back, you got to credit their quarterback play, their dual running back formations they got. 2 running backs kind of take it outside and inside. They played fantastic. So if you're the coach, Brian Jackson for Pine River, got to feel good about what you're doing on the road in week 4. But Lake City setting up the pass here in this offensive possession. Quarterback is in trouble and ripped down, sacked in the backfield. Lake City loses a big chunk of yards. They were looking to throw the ball, and unfortunately couldn't get the completion. As
looked like a horse collar.
Lake City was wrapped down, and also there's a flag, so it could be a horse collar, and unfortunately that looks like our quarterback could be hurt on the play, as Eli Shikeli is going to be shaken up. So unfortunately Eli Shikeli, he's going to step out. That means that we're going to have a different quarterback in here. So who's going to take the snaps? It's going to be Sean Fox. Yeah, who else? Sean Fox is one of the leaders of this team, one of the captains, of course. Hopefully Eli Shikeli is shaking that one off. It looks like he was ripped down hard. He's taking a couple hard hits. And I will say that first half, Eli Shikeli played what looked to be a senior level play of quarterback. He had some big completions, over a 40-yard completion in that first quarter. Eli Shikeli was playing phenomenal. Second half, different story. Pine River has pressured Eli Shikeli non-stop. He has been running away for his life. Was just doing it on that one as well. But now off that horse collar, it's a first down and 10. Lake City has it. Across the 50. Sean Fox, he's going to throw it. Completion, no! It's dropped. Wide open pass to Jeremiah King. Through the hands. And you got to catch those ones late in this fourth quarter. Stops the clock at 7:23. And congratulations to Jeremiah King winning the homecoming king earlier, but now he's probably wishing he had that catch. So now second down, 10 to go, 7:23 left in this ball game. If you're just joining us, Lake City, they need some magic to come back. They were tied at 14 apiece, and now they're trailing 34-14. They haven't scored this second half. It's been all Pine River. Lake City moving left to right. They're passing to the left. No, Shkelly's getting sacked again. That's a 5th one tonight. Another sack brought down for a big chunk of play. That might be more than 5 sacks. I know it's at least that much. And either way, that brings up a very 3rd down and long. And no huddle. Gonna have a timeout though. Pine River is actually going to call a timeout. We'll call a timeout too. So with 6:57 left in this ball game, it's 34-14. Pine River's leading. We got a timeout, and we'll be back with a 3rd and long. Lake City trying to stay alive. It's Lake City Trojan football on News Talk WATT. We'll be back in 30 seconds. WATT, I'm Brendan Morris with Trojan Football, and breaking the huddle. Snap here. Shkelly back in action. He snapped it to Sean Fox, who's got a big completion. 1st down! And a little screen or a little dump off pass. And that's some positive yards. You gotta like that one. So Lake City moves the chains. That's a Fox Motors 1st down. Finally, a spark of life in this offense. And yeah, you didn't have to get it all back at once. I like the short pass, and he picked up 17 plus on that. So now looking to pass again. Shkelly passing right. And off the mark, almost intercepted, and luckily it tipped away. Cameron Miller was the intended receiver. And couldn't get Cameron Miller there. But now Tristan Silvers checking into the ball game. Tristan Silvers had a big interception earlier. Let's see if he can get a reception now. And we got 6:35 left in this ball game. 34-14. Lake City just trying to answer back. Put a couple quick scores on the board. It's going to take everything you got. We'll see what they have left in the tank. 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball at the 36-yard line. And a pass. Pass complete. Adrian Schichtel. Completion to Schichtel, but really no yards on the carry. He was at the line of scrimmage. He caught the ball at the line of scrimmage and went down. So now, 3rd down and 10. 34-14 is the score. Lake City's on the right side of your dial. They're at the 36-yard line trying to score. They're in Pine River territory, but it's 3rd down. And they're going to look to pass right side. And Shkelly, he's climbing up in the pocket, and he gets sacked. Another sack. And that's been a lot of this second half. Shkelly has been under pressure nonstop. Had to get that ball. He had to get rid of that ball quick. And unfortunately didn't have any more time. So now, 4th down. This could be one of the last possessions for Lake City. 6 minutes left in the ball game. 34-14. Back to pass. Shkelly deep. There's going to be a holding. Wide open. Tristan Silvers through his hands. Incomplete. No good. I don't know if it would have mattered anyways because we have a holding penalty on Lake City. It's going to be declined. I'm sure Pine River declines it, and now they will take over on down. So, that, no good. And unfortunately, it looks like Lake City will be dropping their homecoming game at home with under 6 minutes to go in this contest. It's 34-14, so 3 possessions. Pine River is now going to use everything they got to slowly run this clock out in this fourth quarter. I do want to say shout out to some of our sponsors, though. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Danielle's Canine Designs, pet grooming and boarding for dogs and cats, serving up style one groom at a time in the old Dog and Subs building, or you can call 231-434-5959. Once again, that's Danielle's Canine Designs. We have a flag on the field. Probably going to be another declined penalty. Flag's actually on Lake City. I think they're calling the flag on Lake City. Oh, actually, no. This one's going to go against the Bucks. So that penalty was on the Bucks. That'll move them back a bit. As Lake City discusses with the referee. So it looks like a false start was the flag, by the way. A quick reminder, though, after this contest, you can listen to all Lake City Trojan football games, past games in this game, online at theticketnorthernmichigan.com, brought to you by Lake City and McBain Family Pharmacies. I want to thank all of our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. And we got a snap here. Pine River fumble. Oh, who's on it? We got a dog pile. Lake City and some Pine River defenders or players are there, and we'll see. I think Pine River still has it. So clock is ticking. Pine River they're losing some yards. That's back-to-back negative yards for Pine River. As we're going to have a timeout. All right, so another timeout called. That'll give us a moment to take a timeout. Give us 30 seconds. We'll be back with more Trojan football on News Talk 1061, 1240 WATT. Hello, welcome back to Trojan Football on News Talk WATT. I'm Brendan Morris. 5:35 remaining in this ball game. And if you're just joining us, it's been a roller coaster ride. In the beginning of the game, high hopes as Lake City scored first. They had the momentum as 14-14 at the half. Well, since then, it's been all Pine River putting up the upset in Lake City for their homecoming matchup. It's now 34-14 as Pine River has 20 unanswered points in the second half. 2 of those big passing completions by their quarterback, so you got to give an arm and a hand to Mason Ugle, number 13 for Pine River. He has led them as their quarterback, and now they're actually going to give it to number 3. So it looks like Pine River now settled with getting some of their secondary play, some help. So it looks like I don't have a name for number 3, but Pine River getting their second string quarterback a look. And they were dealing with a third down and very long. So now it looks like they're gonna punt with a fourth down. So Lake City will get the ball at least one more possession before this game ends. Coach Cortman has 5 minutes, 28 seconds on the clock to work with. We'll see if Lake City can drum together an offensive possession, get one strong offensive possession, put it in the end zone, get 20 points on the board at least if you're Lake City. Make this a more respectable game in this Highland Conference battle. We knew it was going to be a tough one coming in, as this Pine River team, they're 1-2 as well. They had a tough schedule to begin, and they came in very motivated. But on a homecoming night, you're hoping for a win, and unfortunately, you're going to walk out with a loss at home. But now, taking a return, Sean Fox returns it up, and he is ripped down, probably with a flag as well on the field. Sean Fox might have been ripped down by a face mask or a horse collar. Yeah, horse collar. Referee saw that one a little bit too much on the defensive tackle. So now Lake City's going to get some extra yardages with that Sean Fox return. He returned it to the 35. They'll probably bring this one up past the 45. So with that horse collar penalty, that'll put them maybe even, before the 50. So a very, very good return. We go from the 35 to just about the 50-yard line. Give them that 15 extra yards off the personal foul. So 1st and 10, ball set up at the 50-yard line. Lake City moving left to right across your radio dial. And they're going to go pass right away. And, oh, wow. A pass that was tipped up, almost intercepted. The thing is the pass was a short dump off to Sean Fox. But the defender almost hit Shikeli right as he was passing it off. So it looks like Sean Fox was supposed to chip off that defender, but he came loose off the edge and almost nailed Shikeli. So you got to maybe put another blocker back there if you're going to pass it like that. Give Shikeli some time to throw because he has not had a lot of time. He's been running all over trying to make space and hasn't had a lot of it. Shotgun formation, 2nd down for Shikeli. He's going to look to pass again. Left side. He's got good movement in the pocket. Down the field. He's got a completion. That's what we're talking about. That is a very good quarterback play. He stepped up in the pocket. Eli Shikeli completes it for 30 yards. Gives them a big completion there. That's all the way down. Brigham Blair was the target. He got the completion, brings them all the way to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10. Lake City's rolling. Here we go. Shotgun. Another pass. Quick one to Adrian Schichtel. He's going to fight off a main. Schichtel into the end zone. Touchdown! Lake City Trojans. They answer back. That is a 26-yard touchdown pass from Eli Shikeli to Adrian Schichtel. And the Trojans, they make it a little bit more respectable. Gotta like that heart from the Lake City Trojans. 2 good completions by Eli Shikeli, the sophomore quarterback. They pull within 14 now. It's 34-20. And you know what? 4:54 left in this game. Call me crazy, but they could still come back. I mean, 2 touchdowns in a matter of 4 minutes, that's possible. Pine River scored their touchdown in a matter of 10 seconds to start the second half. It just takes a couple big plays. Still plenty of time in this game. Folks, we could see more football to come, and a 2-point conversion is good. Brigham Blair gets the completion from Eli Shikeli, and now they pull within a couple more. It's 34-22. Lake City just made this game a lot more interesting again with still 4:54 left in this ball game. We're going to keep it right here because that was a big touchdown, and now we get ready for our Classic Chevrolet kickoff. Every kickoff tonight brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. And now we wonder what we will see for our defensive looks and how we look to stop Pine River. I mean, if you're Pine River, you're probably content just running out the clock. You're not trying to throw the ball, do anything crazy, but now if you're Lake City, what do? I mean, you got to make sure you contain, don't give up any big plays, a quick 4 and out, and force a punt. That's what Lake City's going to have to do. A quick turnover, and they're going to have to score quick no matter what. 4:54 left in this ball game. If you're just joining us, I'm Brendan Morris bringing you Lake City football, and the Trojans just scored off a 26-yard touchdown pass from Eli Shikeli to to Adrian Schichtel, the senior. We're going to have a timeout, though. So, is there I think they might have wanted to go onside kick. I'm not sure here. Timeout called, Lake City, I believe. Or either way, we're going to leave it right here. 4:54 left in this ball game. 34-22 is the score. This is a Highland Conference battle that, you know what, I'm very happy we get to be a part of. Although it's tough being on the losing side of some of these games, it's always exciting when you see your Trojans fighting back, not giving up. Each drive, giving a little extra more. We'll see what they've got left in the tank. Can they do the magic it's going to take? 7:54. It's 34-22 if you're just joining us. Lake City is trailing. They just scored a touchdown from Eli Shikeli to Adrian Schichtel, and now your classic Chevrolet kickoff is just about ready. Tristan Silver's kicking it off left to right across your radio dial. Just under 5 minutes to go in this ball game, and it's a squib kick, and it's loose, and it's going to be recovered by Pine River. So they tried to get that one onside, and unfortunately, it doesn't happen. It wasn't an onside kick. It was more of a squib kick, but either way, that's going to set up shop now at the 44-yard line. Pine River has it on their own possession, or on their own side of the field, with one of the final possessions of the game. 4:52 left. We'll see how much time Pine River can take off the clock. If you're Lake City, you're looking 3 plays and make them punt. No positive yards for Pine River if you're Lake City. You want to stop them. And Pine River in the shotgun formation. They'll probably hand it off up the gut to start. They got a man in motion, and they do. They hand it off left side. Oh, no, he cuts back. Misses a defender, spins around, makes another man miss, and after at least 4 broken tackles, Pine River, they pick up 20 or 30 yards. Wow. They go from the 44 of their own side to the 44 of Lake City. So, yeah, over 20 yards on that run. But there's a flag. We'll see who it's on. So, almost 25-yard run by the running back. And it's a face mask. So, that means, oh, no, he's getting even more yardage. So, Lake City commits the face mask. And unfortunately, Pine River gets a big chunk of yards off of that penalty. So now it'll be a 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 30-yard line for Lake City. Or for Pine River. It'll be on Lake City territory, though. 1st and 10. Lake City just trying to keep Pine River out of the end zone. At least keep it to a 34-22 ball game. Just down by 12. Still time left in this ball game. 1st and 10. Pine River, they snap it out of the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. And a couple yards on the carry. That's a gain of about 3 or 4 on the carry. Pine River on offense here. Your Lake City Trojans trying to get a stop here and running out of time to get the ball back and score. We got a timeout here, so that'll give us a chance to take our own timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We'll hear from some of our sponsors and be back with more Trojan football on News Talk WATT. It's Trojan football on News Talk WATT. Off that timeout, Pine River, they go to pass, and they complete it right away. And that pass was connected to number 2 for the Bucks. Wow, that's a first down. They get it all the way past the 20, short of the 15-yard line. And Pine River, another big pass completion. Down the middle of the field, just going down that seam route. Every time it's been almost a gimme. So now they move the chains. That's a first down under 4 minutes to play. Pine River certainly in scoring possession. They're in the red zone now. And they might, even if they can't put it in the end zone, they might try and kick a field goal. They tried one earlier. But now they haven't needed it because they're winning 34-22. Lake City trying to prevent a score late in this game. Pine River, shotgun formation. They snap it. Right side is where they're looking. And they bounce it outside. Lake City still can't contain. And Lake City gives up a big outside run. It's going to be first and goal. So now Pine River not having any issues. The 2 strong suits for Pine River tonight, passing down the middle of the field. I mean, the seam has been wide open. Just sending a guy right down the middle of the field and taking a little slant. And he gets the completion. And then they just hand it off outside. Just tell their quarterback or running back, run it outside. And he finds the edge. And they've been beating Lake City on the edge every time. So no containment here in this game. That's been issue number 1. And right side, no contain, touchdown. Pine River scores it.
Touchdown, Bucks.
So now that makes it a 40-22 point game. And that is another touchdown on the outside. So the defensive ends, the cornerbacks, that's where you're at. If you're a cornerback, if you're a defensive end, that's on you. You got to contain that one, and that's a discussion I'm sure Coach Cortman is going to have with his defensive players. You got to work on that containment, and you got to stay home. No Trojans there to stop that touchdown, and after the extra point is good, that improves Pine River's lead, and we've got only 3:10 left in this ball game. It's 41-22. We'll have another kickoff as the Trojans will be back on offense. Give us 30 seconds. We'll be back with more Trojan football on News Talk WATT. theticketnorthernmichigan.com. Thank you for listening to tonight's broadcast, made possible by all of our partners, and I appreciate Mason back at the studio making the board run. Thank you, Mason, for getting this game underway earlier, and we've got a couple more possessions. Lake City now off the kickoff, returning it. Sean Fox brings it all the way up to the 45-yard line. A big play there. So, thanks, once again, as I was saying, though, thanks to all of our sponsors making this broadcast possible. And next week, back on the road, we're traveling to play Manton. We'll be in Manton playing the Rangers and then taking a road trip to Beale City. So, 2 road games the next 2 weeks. I'll be honest with you, I hope we're not in the stands. I hope we're not in the stands. But you know what? We might be in the stands. We've done a couple of those games. It's been an interesting broadcast season early on, but we really appreciate your patience joining us every game, rooting for your Trojans. They're 1-2 heading into this contest, and unfortunately, looking at the clock, they're down 41-22, might be dropping to 1-3. But you're here fighting with us as the Trojans are on offense. So we're going to have a quick timeout, though. And we'll see what the Bucks want to decide to do, because they're leading and they're the ones calling the timeout with just 3 minutes left in this ball game. Maybe that's a decision by coach, and he wants to maybe just get some substitutions in, get some different looks here. But once again, you can join us all season long on air and online at theticketnorthernmichigan.com. And don't forget, not only do we have high school football action here, but we've got the pros as well. Following their blowout victory over the Chicago Bears on Sunday, the Lions are now heading to Baltimore. They're taking on the Ravens this Monday. It's a Monday Night Football kickoff. That game can be heard on our sister station, 93.7 FM The Ticket. Listen to 93.7 FM The Ticket. I would just, turn your radio on, put it to 93.7 FM The Ticket once this game is done, and then tomorrow, don't change it. Don't change it. Listen, because you got Tigers at 1 o'clock, and then Michigan at 3:30. Tigers actually, their first pitch is 1:10 tomorrow, and then Michigan's in Nebraska at 3:30. So those games will overlap, but we have both of those games on 93.7 FM The Ticket tomorrow, and then Lions football on The Ticket on Monday night. So a lot you can listen to right here, and throughout all of our sister stations, providing you all the sports we love in Michigan, our local teams and our pro teams as well. So Lake City's now back on offense. This, I will say, is probably their final offensive possession. Let's see if they can get in the end zone, make it a little bit more respectable, and get one more score for the home team. The home crowd coming out here supporting homecoming night. All right, we got a snap left side. Handoff, and that was an outside carry by number 3, which is Brody Francisco. And Francisco gets a carry of about 4 or 5. That's 3rd down and 6 to go. And the clock is now ticking just under 2 minutes. So 41-22 with under 2 minutes to go in this ball game. I'm Brendan Morse. I appreciate you all listening, and we'll wrap up this contest. And that means Pine River will improve to 2-2. Your Lake City Trojans, they dropped to 1-3 on the season, and that's a tough record to move into. 1-3. Now you're really going to be fighting in a hole for the rest of the season. And here's an extra adage to it. Now you got probably the hardest 2 games, or the hardest schedule now coming up in the season. Manton, a good tough test to start with, but then the week after, Beale City. You gotta go play Beale City on the road. That's a very hard matchup, and we'll have McBain in a couple weeks to play. So games are not getting easier. And you got a shotgun formation. Shkelly's passing, and his pass is complete and out of bounds. Not before picking up a Fox Motors first down. So Brigham Blair has been a very good bright spot. So look, there's been a lot of struggles tonight. Unfortunately, when you lose 41-22, Coach Cortman, he's not going to have all positive things to say. He's going to have some things he needs to coach his guys on. I mean, he's going to have to let them know, hey, these things need to be cleaned up. But Brigham Blair and his connection with Shkelly has been very good tonight. So Shkelly now going to pass again. He's all over the field. Now he's going to run. We got a holding penalty, so wherever this play goes, it's coming back. But as I was saying, so ball's taken down at the 40-yard line. There's a holding penalty. Looks like Shkelly kept it, but that's coming back. But I would say Eli Shkelly and Brigham Blair's connection. Brigham Blair is going to be a good receiver, tight end, coming up in the next couple years. Adrian Schichtel, a senior. He's been one of their studs the past few years, and we'll say goodbye to him in his senior year. So now we're going to have another big man step up, another guy step up at the end position. It's going to be Brigham Blair. So he's played very well tonight. Brigham Blair has, I believe, 3 receptions. One of them was for over 40 yards. That one there he caught was for a first down, a Fox Motors first down. So now the clock rolls in at 30 seconds. Pine River will escape with the victory. They beat Lake City in their homecoming game here in Lake City. And we got a fumble on the field. Lake City still has it, but they lose a couple, and that might be their final play of the game. So 14 seconds and counting. Trying to get one more play off. It's 41-22. Lake City, they're at the 43-yard line. All right, they're going to get one more play off. 5, 4, 3. All right, they're going to pass it. Left side to Brigham Blair, completion. And that's how they end the game. So your final score is 41-22. Your Lake City Trojans, unfortunately, they dropped to the Pine River Bucks at home. Once again, your final score 41-22. And that'll end week 4 of the high school football season. The Lake City Trojans, they lose at home, and now they'll prepare for a road matchup next week. But I want to thank all of our sponsors again. Thank you to Danielle's